Hi Virgo, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing so much better because I have water. Yes, I got water last night. So this is a reading for February 22nd through 28th, 2021. And yes, we are I've almost completed 2 months of the year, which means that we have completed about 17% of the year. 16.67% if we're going to be exact. And you're probably going, yeah, well, I thought things were going to be different. And in some ways they really are. But we're still going through those birth pains of the earth when we entered the age of Aquarius. And you know, if you're a woman, you know what it's like to have a baby, if you've had a baby. And if not, you've all seen it on TV. And honestly, it hurts worse. It's not as dramatic as on TV, but it hurts a lot. And so the earth is going, oh. Also, the earth is telling us with everything that's going on, because we've had some crazy things just in the last 4 months, that she wants us to do better by her. We are the only ones that are destroying her planet. The plants aren't. The wild animals aren't. We are. And we're not going to be able to live if we don't have a planet. And sometimes we lose sight of that. We're just going on blah, 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 blah. We know that there's things like fossil fuels that we're going to run out of. We know that. And yet we act like they're going to go on forever. So what can you do? What can I do? What can all of us do to make just a slight difference? That can be eating one vegan meal a week. That can be buying your groceries or your produce at the farmer's market. That can be making sure you turn off your electricity when you leave a room. It's going to be different for each person. But what can you do that's not heavy lifting, just a little bit of something that would make it better for the earth? So the first card I get for y'all is the Ace of Swords. Let's turn this over. And this card says that you're going to have total success. But because it was reversed, I'm thinking, not quite. You're working towards it. You've been putting in the work, but you haven't quite gotten there. Next to it, we get the Emperor. And it's reversed. So I'm getting that you need to think outside the box. You need to open that box and go, because something outside the box is calling to you. Something outside the box is the way to that total victory. And that total victory is going to give you a happiness in your home and in your life that you have only wanted. You keep visualizing it, but it hasn't happened yet. And that's because you've been in the box. Open the box. Take that ribbon off. Look inside. Okay. And it says judgment. And this says to use your judgment. Use your common sense. Use what you know to be right. I think you haven't been looking at those things. I think you've known for a while what to do, but you haven't wanted to. Maybe because you think someone's going to be disappointed in you. Well, they're not. And if they are, too bad, so sad. Because this is your life. You only live once. YOLO, you know? And usually YOLO is meant to mean, is used when someone's like, well, I'm going to have a drink because YOLO. In this case, this is your decision, YOLO. And that's even bigger than all the other ones. Use your judgment that's in you. Not in me, in you. And also you get the King of Wands. And in this case, this can be a man. But I think that this is saying that you need to get outside of the house, maybe take a walk, do something sportsy, maybe do a short trip. You need to do something to expand your horizons and to allow your good judgment to come into play. And allow yourself to trust yourself enough to make your own choices. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card from the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. And the card is Mother and Daughter. And it says, I think that you need to be mothered right now and nurtured. That might mean to nurture yourself. That might mean why you're out taking a walk or why you're using your judgment. You need to nurture your self-worth. You need to give yourself that value because you have that value. And I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of the Fairies. And inside the box, it says, may you discover your fairy wings inside the sanctuary of your precious heart. The part that really resonated with me this evening, it's morning, that your heart is precious. Love your heart. Love who you are. Recognize you are precious to spirit. You're precious to me. Okay, now the card is healing. So you're supposed to nurture yourself and love yourself. And now it's time for you to allow yourself to heal. You've been carrying something that is keeping you from going forward. Don't let it hold you back. You don't deserve that. You deserve to fly. Find your fairy wings. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text to 405-512-9400. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye-bye.